In this video, I'm going to be showing you all the options for applying a PAILs contraction in the 90-90, specifically for the lead leg in external rotation, okay? So let's get into 90-90. Just to remember or review, front thigh is parallel to the back shin. Front shin is parallel to the back thigh, okay? So from here, we're going to do a PAILs contraction. So that's a progressive angular isometric load. We are contracting the tissues in the hip that are lengthened right now, okay? So the way we're going to do that is we're going to take our hands to start, put them flat on the floor. And what you want to imagine is you're trying to dent the earth with your shin. So you're pushing down, okay? So we are in an externally rotated position. But what's happening is as we push down into hip extension, you'll notice that the stuff that is lengthened is going to contract in the hip, okay? Now, if you want to create more of an external rotation PAILs, you want to push through the foot because that's going to create more of a rotational torque through the hip. So it's going to address more of the rotation, whereas if you just push through the knee, you can get more of like a pure hip extension direction, okay? Or force. So that's how you want to start off the PAILs contraction, right? We're just driving the shin down. I'm going to show you how to make this a little bit more effective. First of all, you want to make sure you're close to your end range because that's going to ensure that you engage the passive structures of the hip, the stretch, right? If you engage the stretch first, that's how you're going to start loading the tissues, and then you include or layer another effort by pushing into the floor, right? Now, if you want to take it a step further, you can give yourself more leverage to make this a little bit more efficient for you to really push and create tension. So you just grab your foot, and simply by connecting your hand with your foot, you give yourself a point of leverage for you to now fight and push through the foot a little more. So you're going to get more torque to the hip, so you're going to be able to load and wind up the hip a little better here. Because what's going to happen is as you push the foot down, your hand can kind of almost tug on your foot to stabilize. And if you do this right, you should be able to push way harder, and you should also be able to hover your outside hand. And you'll notice that really lights up those tissues that you're contracting, okay? So that's another option. Something else you can do is you can go into the position of what I consider my favorite external rotation passive stretch. So you take your same side hand of the lead leg. So my left leg is in front. I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to grab my left ankle. And then I'm going to drop my elbow onto my left knee. Now I'm also going to take my right hand and I'm almost going to choke my ankle with both my hands. Now from here, I've given myself another point of leverage. So instead of just pushing through the foot, I can now lean forward, wind up more of that capsule in this passive stretch, and then I can drive my shin and my knee down into the ground as hard as I can. And because I'm very well connected by choking my ankle, I can push really, really down. And without trying, this connection of my hands gives me the leverage to fight, to get way more effort and tension, so I don't have to worry about posture. So that's how you apply a PAILs contraction in the 90-90 for external rotation.